Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you the tutorial for the card I made for the ink stamp share a blog hop that I was on at the weekend. And this is the card I made for it. The theme was the new mini catalogue, so I thought I'd go and use Parisian Beauty because I haven't used it for a while, and thought I'd do something a little bit different with it. Got a particular person in mind that I've made this card for. Not saying on camera because they might watch this video and then it will spoil the surprise. Done a little bit of stamping on the inside, so if you carry on watching you'll see how I did it. So we're using the Golden Honey DSP, which is free with a £45 spend in Celebration. So got that one turned foil side. So we've got this lovely monochrome side, which I really like, and some nice bold stripes like them. I'm not so keen on the bees, but on that side it's only one sheet that I've got to worry about, and then this side has the foiling, and so lovely gold foiling with black and white. We have two bees that I don't especially like, but we've got stripes and that on the other side, so I can completely avoid bees if I want to, but if you like them then that's fab, and there is a stamp set that goes with it, but obviously I don't like bees, so I won't get them. So we're going to use this lovely stripe bit here. I've got a bit there which I used from another card. I used that side, so I'm going to use that side. I've got a basic black card blank, and I've got my usual matte size in Very Vanilla, and I've got one cut for the inside, and I'm going to use some of this Very Vanilla and gold metallic edge ribbon, and we're going to use the Parisian Beauty and the dies and some stays on. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is use that stamp with some stays on the mat. So I'm kind of making I sort of looked at this DSP that comes with the Parisian Beauty, and I really like it, and I thought I want to emulate that, so I'm going to do a stamped version of it. So I'm going to use the Stamparatus to help me with this. It's a cling stamp, so I don't need the use the sponge when you're using photopolymer. So I'm lining it up on the grid mat there with that line there, and I'm going to bring in the stamp because that helps. It's the right size to help sort of steady it. I'm using stays on, so I want a really nice black image. Alright, we'll leave that where it is. So just ink that up. And stamp it down. Gives us a lovely crisp image. And then we're going to do the hinge step. So we're going to go one hinge down and stamp, and that gives us one hinge down and stamp, and then that gives us a nice sort of even, all straight bit of script. I'm going to just move my magnet, bring this down, and then one more, and that will do it. there we have. So we got our nice little bit of scripty. I did think about doing it sort of gold embossed, but I decided that black would look better. And I wanted cream because it's got gold, and I thought that would look better than white, even though there's like white in the DSP. So I need to trim this black down. So this was an offcut, so I think it's 2 inches. It is, it's 2 inches. So I'll just trim it down to fit this. So it's my usual mat size there, which is 5 5/8. Gonna go slightly bigger so that I can trim it so that it's an exact fit. Not that I'm usually very good at that, but that's the idea. So that's going to go across on there like that. And I want the Eiffel Tower to come off. So I'm going to, I could die cut it, or we could have the actual image. I'm going for the image that I'm then going to die cut out. It's not very straight, Jez, not that it actually matters. And so I've got the other bit of the very vanilla, and I'm going to stamp it, and I could, and I will heat emboss this in gold. Get my Versamark, which was down here, so we'll put some Versamark on that. And stamp. And I also want to, where's the gold? This black. Not very well prepared, am I? Oh, I seem to have completely lost the gold embossing powder, but there we go, found it now. I was nearly going to go, oh well, I'll do black then, but doing the gold. I just hope the Versamark hasn't dried now. Appears all right. And then I'm going to stamp Life is a Magnificent Adventure, because I might be giving this card to someone that I've had lots of adventures with, and one of them being in Paris, so it seems appropriate that I do this card. There we go. So put all that back. Oh, a bit too creased that now to come out smoothly. There, that's sorted. Right, and then we'll just get my heat tool and get that sorted. Put that out the way and make sure I don't lose it again. And then let's watch the magic happen. we go. Oh, struggling there. I've got a door down below, and I was struggling to open it. So then we just need the dies, and so we can cut out that Eiffel Tower. It fits over like that, and we'll get that cut out, and I'm going to just cut that out by hand like I did before. So I'm going to get that cut out and come back to you. Okay, so I've cut that out, and I've got the sentiment there ready, and I think I'm going to chop the sentiment and sort of mat it on some black. So I'm just going to cut it up close to the words. I find if I use a long scissors it works quite well, and then I like to sort of cut a slant and try and sort of mirror the slant on the other side. And then I thought I would get a bit of basic black to stick it onto to get my scraps. That one will do nicely. And if I stick it to the end, that needs neatening up. Let me get my trusty little guillotine. These are still available for new joiners in the new joining offer. And I love it. So I'm going to stick that. Do you know, I thought when I got some nails, oh, I'd be able to pick things up. Nah. Quite like that they look a bit pretty and they cover up my anemic ridged horizontal, no, vertically split things. Yeah, I can't do anything with them, but then I couldn't do anything with my nails anyway because I didn't have any, so it's no change there. So at least I've got the benefit of them looking nicer. Here we go. That's that, and I might double emboss with a bit of gold. Don't know. So I'm going to stick that on there. Stick that on there, and my idea was put some of this ribbon on, and I thought I would use it between the DSP and the stamping. Thought that might look nice, like so. That's my ideas. Now what I kind of decide is, do I want a bit of gold around that black, or is it all right? And there's a bit of me that fancies ripping that corner. Getting all a bit shabby chicy. I'm doing a bit of a junk journal. You might have seen my junk journal series, and I'm looking at that thinking that needs ripping. Actually, I think it's too neat. So I think I might do that. So where's my little aqua painter? So what I might do, paint a bit of water on there so that I can rip the ends. This sort of weakens the paper a bit and helps you rip a bit better. It's funny how you make a card and it kind of all goes in a different direction as you start making it. There we go. So it's a bit like a bit of ripped text there. I think that's a nicer edge. I might ink it. So I just need to ink that up a bit. So I want to get memento and a sponge. So I've got a sponge here, bit of memento, give it a little bit of black around the edges there. Yeah, quite like that. Sponge away, and let's start sticking this down. So I want to stick this to that, and then I can trim it. Do I want a little bit of the very vanilla sticking out there? Or do I want it to the end? I think I want it to the end. Actually, and I might have it going over a little bit because I've taken a bit off this side, so I don't want to leave too much. So I'm going to have it overlapping a tad. And then we'll get our scissors and we'll trim the edge off there. So we've got a nice flush edge, and then that's all good there. Just going to take that out there. I'll probably do a bit of stamping on that. So we want some ribbon down there, so we'll cut that off. Just gonna, I find sometimes you can see the glue through the foiling, so I'm just gonna flatten it out a bit. So I want some tape to hold the ends of the ribbon in place. Let's put a bit at the top, a bit at the bottom. Don't know where my bone folder's gone. Sure, I used it to do the card. Put it down somewhere, haven't I? Oh. So let's see where we want this. Oh, excuse me. I've got a bit of a cough. I think I'm safe now. So, yep, that's sorted. So, get that stuck down. And then we're going to stick that on there and that on there. So I'm going to put a glue dot underneath the ribbon. About there. And I'm going to pop the sentiment up on put it about there. I'll pop the sentiment up on dimensionals. Oh. Clearly haven't got any Tombow on that corner. But we have now. And then some dimensionals on the back of this. So we've got a bit of shabby chic with some glitz. There we are. And then on the inside of the card, need to do a bit of stamping, and I think just an Eiffel Tower would probably be enough. So I'm going to use Memento because I don't want it to necessarily be as dark as Stays On gets you. Just going to put a bit of that underneath. have that on the side. And I'm just trying to decide if I want to put Follow Your Heart Will Take You to Incredible Places. I think I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. Stick that on my chamois. And then we'll just glue that on the inside and we'll call that a wrap. So I hope if you didn't go on the blog hop yesterday that you will go on it now. There will be a link coming up to the blog post for this tutorial, and I will link to the actual blog hop so that you can go and hop around and see what everybody else has made from the new mini catalogue and get inspired. I always find it costs me money to go around and go, oh, didn't even notice that set, and now I've got to go and buy it. So there we are. Hope you like that. That's my little project for the Ink Stamp Share blog hop. Yeah, I think who I've got in mind that I'm giving this to is going to like that. Okay, see you again soon. Bye-bye. Don't forget, link there. Like and subscribe. Go and explore.